Good morning. We are extremely punctual. It's 9 o'clock and here we are. Uh, my name is Javier Cevallos and I have the honor of being the president of Framingham State University. And it is my real pleasure to welcome you today to the MassBioEd 7th Annual Massachusetts Life Science Workforce Conference. And of course, to welcome you to the Framingham State University campus. And I know that we have been waiting for this for the last 3 years to happen, and we are delighted that we can really make it happen today. I also want to recognize Secretary Rosalind Acosta. I don't know if she has arrived. She is a personal friend and a great friend of the institution and someone who understands that workforce development and education are the same thing. They go hand in hand. And so, I'm delighted that she's going to be joining us a little bit later this morning. As I said, we're honored to host this year's conference and to discuss the topic of education, inclusion, retention for an expanded and diverse science workforce, and that is crucial for Massachusetts. I know that all of us saw the story in the Boston Globe on Sunday about how life sciences are moving out of Cambridge into other areas. Well, it has been happening in the Metro West area already for a number of years. We have had quite a number of life sciences companies moving here. So we are excited to host this conference this year in Metro West that is becoming a hub, as Cambridge is. We have had a significant role as a university in educating people in the life sciences. I would like to highlight one recently fairly new initiative, although it's like 5 or 6 years old, that is our Professional Science Master's degree, PSM, in biotechnology, specializing in quality assurance, that provides industry-focused scientific and management training to life science professionals and positions them to future success in managerial and supervisory roles as they advance their careers. And that was the work and the result of the efforts of Suni Tan, who is our Dean of Graduate School and one of the leading forces in organizing this conference today here. So I want to personally thank Suni for his work and recognize him for his efforts in doing this. So for both master's degree conference things, it's great to have you. Later on in the afternoon, I think that you're going to hear from Dr. Irene Porro, the director of our McAuliffe Center for Integrated Sciences and Learning here at FSU, which is an organization that brings thousands of children every year to this campus to do hands-on science. And again, as we're looking at the development of science and technology in the Commonwealth, reaching the children in 5th, 6th, 7th grade is crucial to make sure that they really get into the path to understanding how important this field is. So you will hear from Dr. Porro later on. And with that, again, I just welcome you to the campus. I know that you have a busy agenda and it's going to be a great day. And actually, it's even outside it's starting to be a great day. So, we cannot complain about anything. So welcome.
Well, good morning, and thank you, Dr. Cevallos, for your comments. And Sunny, it's great to reconnect with you as well. And fantastic. I started my career in Boston here in Framingham with Genzyme. So it's great to see how much has happened here in this region and, of course, across the state and the Commonwealth. So I'm Chris Murphy. I'm the chair of MassBioEd Foundation. I've been associated with MassBioEd for 9 years now. It's been a fantastic journey with MassBioEd, and on behalf of the board and Sunny and her team, welcome. Welcome this morning. We're really excited to be in person. We haven't been in person since 2019, and for those online as well, virtually, thank you for joining. There's a lot of energy I can feel already in the room, which is fantastic. Good breakfast as well, which helps. But there's a lot we're going to cover, and Sunny will walk you through the agenda in a minute. So when I think about life science industry in Massachusetts, there's probably 4 areas I think about. We're going to get into all these areas, I think, at some point as it relates to workforce. It's always about people, first off. It's number one is people. And every experience I've had in this industry, it doesn't matter the technology, it doesn't matter what discovery you made as far as a product, it matters the people you have in your workforce. Number one. And I think about the pandemic, and I think about how much the workforce delivered for the good of the world. And really, so much of that innovation came out of this region, out of Massachusetts. And it's interesting because there was an investment 30 odd years ago to build life science industry and biotechnology here in the Commonwealth. And that's how you get a vaccine in about 6 months. You do that investment. So it's been really phenomenal. And as I think of where we're headed, I think there's great demand continuing for talent. And because there's advanced therapies that now are being brought forward to treat patients in need, there's still many people in need of treatment and families that need these medicines. So we need to continue building that workforce here. And there's really no better place in the world to develop medicines, in my experience. I'm not from these parts. I'm from New Jersey, as I love to tell people, but I've lived here now 20 odd years, and it is a remarkable incubator for discovery, research, innovation, and for this industry. And frankly, it's all driven by the best people. And being associated with MassBioEd Foundation, there's really 4 areas I think about. First off, our life sciences apprenticeship program, which really does provide classroom training combined with on-the-job entry-level positions in the industry. And Carla, who's here in MassBioEd, has done an amazing job launching that program last year. And we really are looking to expand the pool of workers in this industry, really with a focus on diversity and inclusivity. I think that's a huge part of this initiative. And we really do want to find folks that have not experienced work in this industry and really introduce them to it. Personally, I got out of university many years ago, and I have had the gift and the privilege of working in this industry. And we hope that many others could find that opportunity here. And there's plenty of opportunities to be had in this Metro West area, as well as in Boston and even western parts of the state. Our BioTeach capabilities, led by Michelle Mischke, we're going in and teaching educators how to teach science, basically laboratories, things like that. It's been an amazing program for many years now. And this is really helping middle and high school students get engaged and get energized in science. So this is something the foundation has focused on. In addition, convening conferences like this, right? How do we bring educators together? How do we bring innovators, different elements of this whole ecosystem together to really learn more about opportunities, and how do we weave in creating this pipeline of talent? It starts early. How do we get folks engaged early on in the opportunities in this industry? And then, of course, make those connections with companies that are hiring, for example. And of course, we need to provide career information, such as our jobs report, or employment outlook report is a better way to say it, which came out earlier this week. And later on today, you'll also hear from Joe Boncourt, sorry, that wasn't me. You'll hear from Joe Boncourt, who's the CEO of MassBio. Okay. I didn't touch anything, I promise. Okay. And Joe will talk a bit more about also the MassBio report that went out as well this week. So with that, I want to turn over to Sunny Schwartz, who's the CEO of MassBioEd Foundation, and she's going to walk us through the agenda and really this exciting action-packed day ahead of us. So again, welcome, and I look forward to connecting with some of you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I want to join everyone in just saying welcome. Welcome to the 7th annual MassBioEd Life Science Workforce Conference. We're so excited. For those of you here in the room, we very much welcome everyone. Hello from the live stream. And I hope you're ready today, not just to listen. Right now you're sitting and listening, but we're going to have a lot of interactive parts of the day. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your ideas. We want to hear your questions. There's going to be time for small group discussions. So just for a quick overview of MassBioEd, we are a nonprofit organization, and we're dedicated to building and sustaining the life sciences workforce in Massachusetts, really with a focus on diversifying the workforce and providing opportunities for people to enter the field. And we do this by serving all parts of the workforce, the emerging workforce of middle and high school students, the imminent workforce of college students and adults who are closer to getting a job, and the incumbent workforce of current life sciences workers. And our 2 major departments and key programs that Chris touched on is BioTeach. And under BioTeach, we provide curriculum for middle and high school students and teachers. We do a lot of teacher training and mentoring, and we give equipment grants and to schools so that they have the equipment to lead these hands-on biotechnology labs. And then our access program works in underserved districts to provide both biotechnology education and career exposure over several years of education in both middle and high school. And under our BioTalent program, we provide many avenues for career exploration. Sorry, my confidence monitor is not giving me a lot of confidence because it has a different slide up. But I can see what you can see. There we go. So under BioTalent, we have a lot of avenues for career exploration, both for youth, college students, and adults. And we provide professional training courses for incumbent workers. And we also provide labor market information on the needs of the industry, which is what you're going to hear about a lot today. And last year, we launched the Life Sciences Apprenticeship Program, which is expanding the pool of workers to new and diverse talent while helping companies fill critical vacancies. So last year, we trained 175 teachers through free professional development workshops, who in turn provided biotechnology education to 12,000 students. 100% of the districts that we are providing our access program in were economically disadvantaged or high need. We're also providing training to nearly 500 professionals in our incumbent worker training through technical and soft skills. In the apprenticeship program in our pilot year, 60% of the students were people of color and 97% transitioned from the classroom to on-the-job training. And you'll hear a little more about the apprenticeship program later, but this year so far, 70% of the students are people of color. And I'm emphasizing that because this industry has set a goal to diversify, and it's been challenging. And you're going to hear about that too. And so MassBioEd wants to do our part to continue to open up opportunity to new and diverse talent in this wonderful industry. So if you'd like to get involved, if you're inspired, you can see we have many around a career exploration flyer. There's a table in the exhibit hall, which you'll see, which has these on there. And when we get into the other room, there's one of these on every table. So you can see there's several QR codes. If you are interested in becoming a speaker to talk to students, if you're a school. Maybe it's the paper. All right. Now I know how you feel, Chris. If you're a school and you'd like to host a student, or if you're a company and you would like to host students, you can find more information there. Or you can always just email volunteer@massbioed.org. Are we good? Are we happy? All right. Of course, new microphone. You know, what I have to say isn't that important, but when you hear from John, you want to really hear about the data. That's really important. So you can't have any mic issues then. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't thank our sponsors. So before going over the agenda, I want to thank all of our sponsors, without whose support we wouldn't be here today. So first, Suffolk University, our premier sponsor, our breakout sponsor, Sanofi, Alexandria Real Estate and Alnylam Pharmaceuticals, our networking sponsors, MassBio, Conixa, and Collegium, our lunch sponsors, and to all of our wonderful session sponsors. Thank you so much. Be sure to visit our sponsors in the exhibit booths during the breaks and lunch and the dessert reception. We're going to take you on a path through Framingham State University, and going to the annex, you'll see all the exhibit tables there. So go and say hi. And also, we couldn't do any of the work we do without the support of our funders who fund our work year round. All of those programs we talked about, we don't charge teachers for, we don't charge students for, and that's because of the generous support of our funders. So here's a quick overview of today's exciting agenda. You can see the full agenda in your program book. So you're going to hear about MassBioEd's 2022 Employment Outlook Report in 2 parts. So first, focusing on the talent needs from industry, and one focusing on the supply of talent. We don't have copies of the report today because we want you to download it from our website. Some of my board members are here and they're going to ask me how many people downloaded the report. And so I have to be able to tell them. So you have to go to the website and do it. There is in the program a QR code and you can go right to it and download the report. It's free, but then we know how many people downloaded it. So please do that. You can read the whole report. We're also going to hear from labor economists and from MassBio's CEO about their workforce analysis report. We're going to have a chance for small group discussions after a session about what we in the life sciences can learn from how healthcare professionals work to overcome vaccine hesitancy in diverse communities. In the afternoon, we're going to have 2 breakout sessions followed by a dessert reception. So welcome to all the viewers watching us on live stream. We hope you enjoy the presentations. Unfortunately, it's not interactive for you, but if you do have questions later, please feel free to reach out to our team. And for everyone here in person, we really hope that you will engage, ask questions, talk to each other, meet someone new. If you're from academia, meet someone from industry, and the other way around. We have about an even split of government, industry, and academia, which is lovely. So meet someone from somewhere else. So now I am happy to turn it over to my colleague and friend, John Brothers, who's MassBioEd's Senior Director of Workforce Development Strategy for the first part of the Employment Outlook Report.